What's cracking, guys? Omar Esoff here. In this video today, I want to talk about my back progress. If you've been following me, you already know that I've been doing pull-ups almost every damn day. And the goal was to get at least 10,000 pull-ups this year. Why? Because I want to build my back. Now, a few caveats about this. The first would be that I am cutting, which means that obviously muscle growth is unlikely to take place. It's not impossible in certain situations. I'll explain one of them right now. If you've been neglecting a certain muscle group, so let's say you were doing no bicep work whatsoever, no pull-ups, no direct work, no isolation work, and you begin cutting, but then you start training that area, you will get a minor muscle growth response. And that, I should emphasize, is minor. So the goal right here is overall after the cut is over, of course, to increase the size of my back, thickness and width. But right now, because I am cutting, it's to maintain what I already had. And I think I've done a damn good job because I'm going to show you guys the current state of affairs. This is roughly now, it'd be almost 9 months worth of doing pull-ups every single day. I'm almost at 10,000 total pull-ups, and as you guys could probably tell, even though I'm down 20 pounds almost, I've maintained the vast majority of my gains. If anything, in ways, because I am leaner, you can kind of see some of that definition, the size, the shape, maybe the symmetry a little bit better. But it's really, really cool because for me, I was always known obviously for the ass chest, but the back was an area I wanted to develop. This started really because I injured my SI, and so I couldn't do deadlifts as frequently, and so I had to supplement my back training with something else. So I came up with this concept from seeing guys like Kane, shout out to Timberwolf, some calisthenic guys doing a high frequency, high volume approach. And I already referenced before the other study when we talked about the Norwegian powerlifters, the idea of high frequency training, Pavel Tetsulin, greasing the groove. So we're training submaximally most of the time here. Basically what that means, if I could do 25 or 35 pull-ups at any given time for one set as a max, let's say, I'd only do between 10 to 15 reps per set, and I'd do between 4 to 8 sets. So any given day I'm doing roughly between 50 to 100 pull-ups. One time per week I am pursuing progressive overload, which means I'm trying to increase the weight that I can lift, so I'll start doing them weighted. I started at 10 pounds, now I'm at 90 pounds for 6 repetitions, doing a neutral grip pull-up. So that same concept applies. I'm essentially doing progressive overload, the normal style of training, trying to get stronger, while also supplementing that with a whole lot of good volume underneath that. And the way I like to think about it is that I'm greasing the groove, I'm getting a lot of practice, I'm becoming more proficient with that lift. And I believe if you want to become good at something, obviously you have to practice it a lot, but then you got to reap the rewards, because then you get a better connection, mind-muscle connection with actual muscle you're training when you're doing that movement. You can lift more weight because you have more neurological efficiency. And so really, I do believe in selecting certain movements and becoming really good at them. So for me, I thought back development, it's got to be pull-ups. I remember a lot of people, what's cool is I think the progress is quite clear, or at least maintaining that muscle. When I first talked about this, a lot of people were like, man, I don't know about that. That seems a little, what's going on? That's some hippie shit. You're just doing pull-ups, man. No, I also train my back, do seated rows, bent over rows, dumbbell rows. But I do now do a whole lot more pull-ups. And people thought, is this even gonna work? You're kind of doing too many things at once. The joke's on you, because I think the results speak for themselves.
Not the kind of person to say a toe to so, but you know what? A toe to so. A fucking a toe to so.
It feels good because I thought this was going to be the case. Obviously I had to ride it out, train consistently in order to get the results, but I think we could tell that there has been definitely some progress. So that's one thing. I also did a few other goals I am pursuing. I'm not going to talk about some of them right now. The cut is ending. But needless to say, all those things I talked about, kind of that athletic, aesthetic approach, is really coming together. And it took me a while to figure it out. 2016 was a year of, let's call it, self-discovery, because I had to think of a lot of different ways to approach styles of training, goals that I had, how to essentially achieve them. And so it took me a while, but now really everything, I can be honest, it's just clicking. It just feels right. So guys, that is the progress I wanted to give you. Let's call it a mini physique update, a mini back progress update as it relates to doing pull-ups, because a lot of people had questions if I was still doing them, just because I don't post videos. I try and post almost every damn day. I'm sorry, people, 5 to 6 times a week, but between balancing informative content as well as some humor, some of my own training, there's only so much I could post, but I think it's quite clear the gains are happening. Now is not the time for fear. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'm going to link in the description. I think I made 2 or maybe even 3 videos when it comes to pull-ups, how to approach them, how to train them. I think in order to maximize your gains, check those out. Thank you so much, as I said before, for watching the video. If you liked the video, make sure to like the damn video. You made it all the way to the end of the video. What the hell are you waiting for? Like the video, and I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace.